You are watching Limited Resources Draft Series on MTGO Academy, featuring Marshall Sutcliffe.
Hey guys, Marshall here from Limited Resources, doing yet another draft here on MTGO Academy.com. I've got my buddy Woodrow Angle with me here. Woody?
Hey, how's it going?
Great. We're down in Vegas once again doing the World Series of Poker stuff, and I thought it would be fun to have a friend of mine who plays a lot of Magic come on and hang out with me and get a little more of a conversational tone to the draft. This conversation is going to get cut short, though, because I'm taking Whitewater Naiads.
Yep.
Thoughts?
I like that card a lot. I also like the black 2/3 Death Touch guy.
That guy's super good.
He's really sweet, but he's not in the same league.
Also, I mean, that's just awesome, right? He's like holding a Gorgon head in his hand. But I think Whitewater Naiads is better.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Let's take Whitewater Naiads and see where it takes us. Yeah, we're down here playing poker in Vegas for a couple weeks, and I had you for a couple of days, and you decided to stay a couple of days longer even.
Yeah, it was that fun.
Oh, man.
Oh, boy. That is sweet.
So he took a foil, I guess?
Yeah, he must have.
Wait, does the foil replace the basic? I can't remember.
Gosh, I don't know. That's
Dude,
awesome.
I think he... This doesn't make any sense, but we just got shipped Dawnbringer Charioteers, and we are snapping it off.
Yeah, this is well, it's already a good color combination, you know, and
That's sick.
yeah, it's insane. So you think he took a foil rare out of the pack?
I mean, I thought it replaced the basic, so I don't know.
Okay, I'm not sure.
Otherwise, he took a common.
Yeah, maybe during the break we can confirm, you know, whether or not that's the case, whether it can, you know.
Yeah, I always forget. But is there?
Oh man,
There's not a common you take over Dawnbringer Charioteers, right?
I mean, I guess there's like a small argument for taking what's the Oblivion Ring? What is it called?
That's an uncommon though. Banishing
Okay.
Light. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so we got Stonewise Fortifier, Phalanx Formation. This one's not that great. But there's also a Cloaked Siren.
I like Cloak Siren.
I do too. I think for me, it comes down to Stormwise Fortifier or Cloaked Siren here.
Yeah.
Nightmarish End is really good too, but I think that there's no reason for us to dip over when we've got perfectly good playables in our colors.
Yeah.
What do you like best here? I mean, I think Siren's a better card, but it is a 4-drop, and picking up 2s is pretty important.
Yeah, it's weird because they're both sort of replaceable. They're like, you know, because we get to see the whole, you know, Born of the Gods pack, which has a 4-mana 3/2 flyer that you end up kind of seeing a little bit later.
And 2/2s for 2 and whiter, no shortage of those.
Yeah, so it's really just kind of where you wanna hedge, you know. I mean, do we want to?
Well, we got 7 seconds, so.
Well, yeah. Let's just take the Siren. It's just a little more powerful, you know.
And
Okay.
this is getting a little concerning because the blue's okay, but the white is gone here. There's no way that guy took a card and then just moved into white after shipping us Dawnbringer Charioteers, though, right?
No, I mean, if he took a foil rare, he could have taken anything, you know.
Yeah,
like
that's
it could have been a foil white dictate.
It could have been this.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's true.
So okay, I know that you are not a huge fan of Hubris, but do you think it's better than Pin to the Earth in a deck
Yeah,
like
I
this?
do. I think it's better. I think
Okay.
this is what we want. I like Hubris. I just don't put it on like a really high level.
I like that heroic guy. The
Trenton Cavalry. I
Yeah.
kind of like taking a Mastiff here, though, and sort of, because I think that they're pretty similar in terms of power level, but I think that the Mastiff, you know, cutting a white card here is probably going to do us some good.
sure.
Like, this guy's okay.
Yeah, there's another Pin to the Earth in the pack. It's possible we wheel some. I mean, I don't think we're going to wheel Pin to the Earth, but there we go.
What just happened? I mean, these cards are both excellent. This one's totally playable. I'm slamming Supply Line Cranes.
Yeah.
Do you give any thought to taking Leonin Iconoclast over it?
You know, he hasn't. I mean, I don't. To be honest, I haven't drafted him that much, but from what I've heard, he's just like he's a little bit worse than he looks, and he's not. He doesn't look that good. Ooh, and Swiftclaw, probably.
I think it's a Johnny's Presence myself.
We seem to be in the right colors.
Yeah,
Anyways.
agree.
Yeah,
I'm going to take a Johnny's Presence.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, we're sending a weirdish signal, you know, for pack 2, but I think we should be in a really, because I love being white-blue going into Theros pack. Those, you know, if you get shipped a crab, you're just on cloud 9.
Oh,
You know?
man. Shelly for the win. And
Shelly.
yeah, you can pick up Battle-Wise Hoplites
Yeah,
that nobody else
kind of late.
wants. Yeah.
Sometimes you get past, like, you get really lucky, you get past Metamai and stuff,
Yeah.
you know, because nobody else can play him.
I mean, I don't know what world you live in, but I will join you.
Okay.
Harvest card, I'll say it's here's our first 3. And a nice pickup, too, because remember, it works well with Whitewater Naiads being an artifact.
Right.
Excuse me, an enchantment.
Yeah, I like that guy. He's reasonable, you know, doesn't take a whole lot of effort, you know, and
Yeah, a little boring, maybe.
you just get a little value
fine.
when you play him, you know.
Yeah.
You make it so they you know, they can't make a trade, they would like to.
All right, here's a pack that we opened. I think we take Mortal Obstinacy here, but I don't think
Yeah.
any of these are really making the cut.
I think it's a good sideboard, and it's also kind of a card that can mise us out, you know, because we've got some enchantments we'd rather not get blown out by a 1-mana card.
Right, like this one.
Yeah. We don't really have a strong heroic theme yet, but you usually don't in the Journey pack, you know, that all kind of comes later.
Yeah.
You know.
And even then, you know, I mean, right now, our only heroic is this, right?
Right.
And I mean, that one's fine, but I mean, it takes what, like 1 bestow creature to make that thing insane.
Right. Yeah.
You don't exactly need to be able to like target it over and over again.
You just gonna take Armament?
Yeah,
Armament?
that's what I was gonna take.
Sure.
I mean, I think Font is kind of insane for being here still, but
Especially since we've got a little bit of an evasive game, or we'll hope to by the end of the draft.
I mean, that's a combo.
Yeah.
That's 8 damage.
Yeah, in the evasive game plan, that card's a little bit closer to pacifism than normal, you know.
Yeah, good point. If you can fly over
Yeah.
the big threat or run past it with your Whitewater Naiads or whatever, sure.
That or Deserter's Quarters.
Yeah, what do you think about this card?
I guess I kind of like just picking that. I mean, you know, Armament's not very good. I don't know if you're worried about the signaling or whatever, and that card actually deals with some real big stuff. But
All right, sure, we'll try it. I'm not going to start it though.
no, I never start it.
I feel almost like I just don't want to play against this stupid
Sure,
card. I mean, like, we're not playing this guy, right?
No, I don't think anybody is. Yeah,
I
just
mean, we could take a Font.
No.
Like, it's just not a real card. Jeez. That's pretty late for a Satyr Hoplite. I mean, it's definitely gone down since when it was introduced, but, like, not that much. All right, so I like our start here. We've got some really powerful cards. We've got some decent filler, but we're definitely, we're on 9 playables right now.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
So
Not
we do
unhappy.
here.
Okay, let's see. Well, we got Sudden Storm.
Yeah. Got a Divination.
Yeah. I mean, I don't love first picking Sudden Storm, but it looks like that's kind of where we're at.
I feel like that's where we're at too. Yeah, I'm pretty down on that pick, but I think that is what we want to do.
That's more reasonable. I like that one.
Yeah, I think I like that one too. I mean, Chorus of the Tides we would play.
Right.
Excoriate would probably play. Nullify might make the cut. Archetype might make the cut.
Yeah.
But Skyguard, quite a good 2-drop. We're really going to be looking to pick up.
Like Dauntless Onslaught and
I was thinking like Observant Alseid. And,
Hopeful Eidolon, things like that.
Yeah, like that. That's where we want to be.
Hey, there you go. A little free value.
I like that.
And the pack is not very strong.
No, we would be taking like a Hypnotist or a Crypsis here. Yeah, we'll do that. Stay tuned. That's a good idea. B. Wong knows all the old cards really well too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, some of these are even before his time. Like as far as I mean, a lot of them were not really in draftable formats anyway. So like even if you're familiar with the card, you don't really know how it is in limited.
Those will be funny videos because you'll be drafting like mono red goblin beatdown, and then you'll be like, so clearly we're first picking Force of Will here.
Yeah. Yeah, those are going to get a little awkward.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Elitist Astronomer is good.
I like Astronomer. I like Cornucopia actually quite a bit too. Like going 3-drop into 5-drop is really nice, and it's fixing too. But I think we just take the Astronomer here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 2-drops are good, and that's a good one. So, ooh, there we go.
Cello.
That's a sweet one.
Actually, that's just really good in our
Yeah,
deck. Like, get combos off with this.
That's very good.
Yeah. Wow, that's nice. Actually, geez, this is a really sick pickup.
That is a really good card.
Yeah. We've got a lot of enchantments right now, too.
Yeah, I haven't actually gotten to run that card very often. You know, I usually end up like I'm only at half the colors, and it feels like it's just not quite good enough to splash. But yeah, oh, there we go.
You like the Glimpse of Sun God here?
Yeah, I mean, well, how aggro are we?
We're medium. We're definitely a mid-range deck. Like, we're looking to get up into this higher-end range. Not like go super long, but we want to resolve 5 drops and set up some combat.
I do like that. You know, it's one of those things where we can, you know, tap down on their turn and also kind of, you know, just mize out a couple of targets for our guys, you know, so that's pretty sweet.
I like that too.
You think, Disciple?
I like Disciple here. I like it a little better than the Liar in a deck like this, and I don't think it's very good.
Not super good. But, I mean, if our plan is just to be flying, I mean, it's, you know, you kind of want to have a little more aggressive 5-drop flyers in your Skies deck, but sometimes you just run out.
And we might find them. I mean, you know, it doesn't take much to find like a Prescient Chimera.
Yeah, that's the tough part. It's just up against so many, you know, 3-power flyers for 5.
Yeah, or 1 power.
Yeah, there you go.
I think we're actually going to take it,
Yeah,
too.
probably just snag it. Why not?
I think it's actually decent in our deck, maybe.
How many things does it get back?
Well, let's see here. We can get back... you can... Oh, man, I got to just... So it's getting so annoying that they haven't fixed this yet.
Yeah. Maybe some of the other clans paid them off, you know, to bridge the gap in the numbers, you know.
That's pretty good. All right, so we picked up a Nullify here. You like Crypsis or Hypnotist?
I like Hypnotist. I mean, I don't know. I just Crypsis is, well,
I wonder if this is a Crypsis deck. Actually,
I mean, we do have some targets, and it's, I mean, Hypnotist is kind of replaceable, you know. I don't love running that card, but you know, sometimes it really gets them.
I'm really mediocre on both of those, but I mean, we've got Astronomer, Skyguard. We should probably just take this, actually.
In case we
board in our Deserters' Quarters.
Yes, I'm trying to think what other artifact we could open that we would want to play. There aren't a ton.
All right, so oh great. This is funny.
We seem to be we're in a pretty good position going in, and this should be the pack where we're getting really hooked up.
This is our payoff.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we got some mediocre stuff, Hubris, Crypsis, whatever. You know, Armament of Nyx is not great, but
if the Theros backs are awkward.
Yeah, but I'm slamming Xenagos here for the ticks.
Yeah, that's too bad.
Yeah, it's okay. I mean, this is just part of drafting on Magic Online. Like you don't, you know, like it's nice to be able to just draft whatever cards you want, but if you want to keep drafting and going forward, selling rares is part of the equation. So sometimes you just have to take the money rare.
You guys are going to learn a lot about this in the upcoming Vintage Masters videos.
Yes.
Well, there's a Griptide.
I like Griptide here over Battlewise Valor.
Yeah, I think so. We don't really have any bounce spells yet, right?
We have Hubris.
Just Hubris, okay.
Yeah. You wish to learn of Nyx? Very well. Pretty brutal. I'm still going to invite these people. Maybe when they fix it, all the invites just go through.
Just go through, and we just see a huge influx.
Yeah. All right, so we opened up a foil Temple of Deceit, which is sweet, but it's actually not worth that much, so I find passing it.
Yeah.
I mean, and I'm going to take the Observe and I'll say it here. There is a God's Willing.
There's a God's Willing. I like Horizon Scholar, but I know it's kind of fallen out of favor a little bit.
Yeah, and I think it's sweet.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that we would run any of these. All 4 of these would make the deck currently.
Right.
But I think Observe and I'll say it's the best.
I mean, slamming that on the Charioteers is just kind of game over,
It's just game over, yeah. All right, this pack's a lot worse.
Yeah.
We could take a Glare of Heresy for the board. I think that's probably the pick over a Far's Warden for the board.
Yeah. If we had taken the blue-black temple, would you take the Scholar just for the?
No, see, I like splashing Scholar when I'm base black with something, and then I can splash a white.
So you can do it lots of times.
Yeah, so like if it goes late game, I can just dump mana into it.
That's another Griptide.
I think I like Divine Verdict a little better. What do you think? Yeah.
Man,
killing stuff is good. You know, they get to recast it if you Griptide it, you know?
Yeah, I know. I just, with this kind of deck where you're just, you're putting up some evasive threats and it just feels like being able to do it without them having any kind of action just gets you so far ahead.
If we were more aggressive, I think I'd be down for it. But like we've already got Griptide and Hubris in here. We've got Glimpse. Like we've got ways to sort of set them back but not actually kill their stuff. And I think I want something that just kills their stuff.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's not super far away either way.
This is interesting because I was going to take the Snarecaster because we've only got 10 creatures. Might still be correct, but man, that Fate Foretold's pretty tempting actually. We've got some decent stuff, but I'm just going to take the Snarecaster. What do you think?
Yeah, it feels pretty gambly to start taking tricks, this late.
Yeah, I mean
you kind of need a lot of. Ooh, well, that's might be worth splashing, right?
We can also just take a Vaporkin though. I don't think it is. I mean, if we had taken like a Traveler's Amulet out of those last couple of picks, maybe. But I think we just take a Vaporkin and move on with our life.
Yeah, the thing is we're not going to have like a lot of creatures on board as it stands.
Right. Well, that's why I want to take.
Right. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like he's a lot better when you're going to have like 3 or 4 creatures on board at all times. He and she, I should say.
Yeah. They. Cavalry Pegasus isn't doing a lot. Like Double Flying isn't great. Astronomer is a human, I guess, but that's just not really that great.
Yeah. Do you like?
That's like cutting this or something.
Well, I would just take Unicorn just in case we wheel something we want to splash.
Sure. I like that.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Well, I mean, I'm a little surprised. That pack it was okay.
Yeah, it's just there's really only one deck that wants this.
Yeah.
It's not really worth a splash.
I mean, I'm ecstatic though.
I'm happy it came back as well, but I like this over the Vanquish. Yeah, I feel like we have, especially since we took the Verdict, like we have ways to
You want to just cut that Portman of Betrayal just for the, I mean, it's got the highest chance of just knocking us out randomly,
Totally.
All right. Well, I think this turned out pretty good.
Pretty good, yeah. Like I like our top power level.
Yeah, well, a little creature light, but our creatures seem to be.
Yeah, we ended up with 15 here, which is interesting. Yeah. Like I'm not sure if all of them are making the cut, but if they do, then 15's like fine.
Yeah, and it feels like the average power level is pretty high. Yeah, do you think that's not going to make the cut?
I think it might not, though. We didn't end up with as many 5-drops as I would expect us to have, so it might. We do have some pretty interesting ways to actually kind of get it going too. Like if we play Armament and Nyx, it works well with this. Like lock down their flyer, just start attacking and getting the cards out of it. Tap down your guys, attack with it. Right? Hubris your guy, attack with it. Crypsis this to draw the card right away. Like we've actually got some wiggle room with that type of card. I'm not a huge fan of it, but I don't think we got any other card draw, did we?
I don't think so. But by the way, how sad would you be if you had to like bestow Alseid onto Sphinx's Disciple to just make it a 2-turn clock or something?
No.
Be pretty sad.
That'd be a super bummer. Yeah, I would not be happy about that. Would totally do it though. Griffin Dreamfinder. We'll take a look at those and see what they're going to get back.
Yeah. I don't think we have a ton of dreams for them to be living, No,
I don't think so either. So this is the deck that I have sort of sketched out here, but Dreamfinder can get back. So far we haven't gotten anything yet.
Kind of feel like is it just the 2? Or?
Well, there's 4 already.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah,
it gets back.
It just gets on back enchantment. It's not enchantment. The River Trawler is the one that gets back.
Yeah.
Enchantment creature.
So there's 5, but that's still not enough.
Yeah, probably not. Those are
obviously
also.
We're going to play this Temple, but is there anything else that you would change here? Like, do we want Mortal Obstinacy in the main? Probably not.
Yeah,
Nullify, Crypsis, Hubris are all sort of meh.
Yeah, it's really tough because like we're in a position where we just cannot cut any creatures, you know, and all of our tricks are already better than that. So
that's about it. Covers it then, doesn't it? Well, we could play one Griffin Dreamfinder and not be embarrassed about it. We could also play a Crackling Triton as a 2/3 and not hate it. And Floodtide Serpent probably isn't worth it.
Yeah, that we don't.
We've only got the 5 enchantments, so.
Yeah, I like running this. We're just gonna have to
get a little tricky.
Yeah, get a little tricky and not be willing to trade off our creatures super aggressively, you know, because we're.
Well, I don't know. Our late game is pretty sweet though, but you just mean
like I mean, yeah, we just don't have a whole lot of creatures. It really isn't fun to make aggressive trades early and then start drawing stuff like, you know, the
bunch of bounce spells.
Bounce spells and stuff like the aura, you know, that we want to you know, trigger over and over again. And
the Far's Enlightenment.
Yeah.
So maybe we should just run like the Crackling Triton as a 2/3.
And cut
to get us up to 14 creatures, and we can cut, say, Crypsis or Nullify or something like that.
Yeah, we could do that.
You know. I mean, it does feel. I definitely have the feeling that we're a little creature light here, and it makes me a little nervous. Like, we could die pretty easily to a quick start holding stupid Nullifies and Crypsis and stuff and not have any creatures on battlefield, you know?
Yeah, I guess, yeah, I don't mind maybe cutting the Nullify like you're saying, because I sort of want, you know. Now that we got that Battleize Hoplite late, you know, we do want to be able to target our guys like at least once.
Yeah. All right, so let's see what this deck actually looks like as far as mana requirements. So the Johnny's Presence, I'm going to put here. Here, let's actually do this. Okay, so Skyguard's a 2, Hoplite's a 2, Snarecaster's probably a 2.
I guess
these are all 2s.
We didn't really talk about how good Glimpse of the Sun God is in our deck. Do you think it's good?
Glimpse the Sun God.
Glimpse the Sun God.
Come on, man, you're in the booth now. You can't get loose on these card names.
I'm sorry. It's not my strongest category.
Microphones are rolling.
Yeah, Glimpse the Sun God.
I think it's okay in our deck. I don't think it's great.
Okay. Yeah.
I think it's worth running.
You think it's better than Nullify though?
Yes.
Yeah, just because of the fact that we can target our guys.
Right. I think that like being able to get our Dawnbringer or our Battleize Hoplite, get some counters on those, and get something out of the way for like our Sphinx's Disciple is probably worth it. It's close though. It is not great.
It could also just tap down, you know, Sphinx's Disciple the turn it came into play and net us a card and stuff.
Yeah, like if we're just desperate or whatever, sure. Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
Well, no, we're not done yet.
Still
work to be
I
done.
meant on that decision, you know.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah. So these. Okay, so this is how I have it laid out. Would you have it any different? Like in my mind, these are all 2-drops, like true 2-drops, right?
Right.
These are on 3, these are on 4, and then these are all on 5, right?
Yeah.
That makes sense. Now down here's where it gets trickier though. I put a Johnny Presence at 3. I guess I should have it at either 4 or 1. So that's not actually true. Sometimes you fire it off for 1 mana
on average for 3, right?
Yeah. Like, so it probably lives here.
Yeah.
You know, but we'll just put it on 4. 3 to 4 is when we're going to be casting it. Like we will sometimes just have 2-drop into Enlightenment and just be very happy.
Very happy.
Right. Hubris and Armament and Nyx I put at the 5-drop slot because I figured it'd be like a turn where we maybe Hubris something and then like play a trick or play a creature or whatever. And then these I've put in the later part of the game because like it's very rare that you turn 4 Divine Verdict, right?
Right.
It's very rare that you turn 4 Griptide. These happen, like it does. Sometimes they bestow up some stuff and you get them, but a lot of times they're just like 2-drop, 3-drop, and you're not just like Griptiding that random 3-drop, right? Same thing with Sudden Storm and Glimpse of Sun God. So this is kind of how I have it. If this is the case, our early game is pretty evened up. 1 blue, 1 blue, 1 white, blue white. So it's all the same. Like especially if I, go like this, so you can see it's all that's equal. And then here,
favoring white a little bit, just
it's
slightly.
exactly equal as well. Why does this favor white?
The 2-drops. We have 3 2-drops we want to cast for white and I guess we do have 3. Yeah, it's just right down.
We ran the numbers already, buddy.
It's right down the middle.
Right down the middle. Yeah. This is also right down.
It looks overall like the deck is going to be.
And then over here it gets a little bit more white.
Yeah.
We've got double white, white, white in the earlier stages, and then as we go, it's double white, double blue, double blue. I still think it's like, I think this is a 9-8 for white, or I should actually say it's an 8-8 because we happen to have this. So I think it's just an 8-8.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm really glad we got that temple. It makes it just that much nicer.
Oh, absolutely. Okay, let's see what this deck can do.